Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Book Club. I'm your host Lewis, and today we're going to be looking at a coin, or rather, one side of a coin.
It is likely that we are going to cover a few tragedy books on this channel, so it is probably a good idea to outline the basic principles of the genre so that I will not need to repeat myself with each book.
So, tragedy. Let's break it down. No, we're not doing that. What, do you think we have the budget for that? Okay, so, tragedy. What is it?
When I hearken to the tragic genre to one side of a coin, I was not that far off. In ancient Greece, both comedy and tragedy were the only real genres, considering how the theatre was a new and the first form of fiction.
For future reference, the word tragedy is actually Latin for goat song. This could be due to how goats were common prizes in competitions, or were common sacrifices to gods.
So that's why my restaurant for gods went out of business. Aristotle, an ancient Greek philosopher, outlines the basic guidelines for the tragic genre, with at least one of his guidelines still being used within a tragic text today.
Well, hold on, you're probably thinking. What are these guidelines? Well, they are
The megalopsychia. This is basically the tragic protagonist. They will be of a high status and have a greatness of soul.
So, Aristotle's ideal protagonist would be a courageous king that gives to the poor. So, you have your king, happy and on top of the world. Something needs to change in order for the story to progress. This is the peripeteia.
The peripeteia is the reversal of fortune. As the tension begins to rise, the hero begins to fall. An event which causes a cascade of other events, leading to the hero's eventual demise.
So if we stick with our example of a king, the peripeteia in this case would be the death of a close friend, leading to the risk of a war. What causes this event is typically a flaw in the hero's judgment. This is the hamartia, which is linked to their fatal flaw.
The fatal flaw is a weakness in the protagonist's character, making them vulnerable, leading to an error in judgment. Think of a row of dominoes. The hamartia and fatal flaw work together to act as the finger, which pushes the first domino, or peripeteia, leading to a wave of falling dominoes, finally culminating in the climax. The most common ending in a tragic story is the death of the protagonist, be it through war, an accident, murder, or suicide. However, before this event there is a moment of reflection. This is the anagnorisis, where the hero realizes the error of his ways, how he killed a friend or loved one, for example.
This moment, and the death of the protagonist, lead to the final and, in my opinion, the most important guideline of a tragedy. The moment of catharsis. The moment of catharsis pertains to you, the reader, or the member of the audience. It's the moment when you have an emotional response to the story, being if it made you sad or angry or just an emotionless husk. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it was the point of the entire story.
This moment is the driving force for the reason why the story was written, the message that the writer was trying to get across, to teach or give a new opinion.
Those elements, however, only really pertain to the protagonist. There are more elements, but we're going to have to get to those next week. Well, what can I say? I need something to talk about next week. So with that, the elements of a tragedy. Woo! We did it! First episode! Break out the champagne! Where's the champagne? Thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, click the button over here, and in the comment section below. What is your fatal flaw? Whatever it is, be it you're too angry, too self-absorbed, whatever it is, leave it below. Next time we're going to be looking at a book, and oh boy is it a doozy. See you next time.